Morning, Mrs. Donut. It is September. How are you?
Good morning. Wow, that was a quick August, the quickest of our lives.
Yeah, lots of work, lots of harvesting.
Time
Uh,
flies when you're cutting down trees.
yeah, I've noticed that our grapes are ready.
Oh my goodness, I didn't notice. That is adorable.
It is quite
It's
cool,
a
isn't it?
pity that we can't afford to do anything about it.
Yeah,
Can
we,
we?
we really need to talk about finances today, I think. So,
Oh,
what we can do is
now
kind
he wants to talk about
of, yeah,
finances. Fantastic.
what we can kind of do is guess how much these grapes are worth. So, every meter, so if you look at your bottom left corner where your map is, every one digit is basically a meter, and every meter makes at maximum about 4 or 5 liters of grapes. So, if we start here at the front and the
What do
number
you
is,
mean by one digit? Sorry, I don't understand.
so if you stand over here where I am, see how it's roughly 1,340,618, roughly like that. So
Where are you looking?
in the bottom left corner where the map is, so you got your degree that you're looking
Oh,
at.
I don't have the map
Oh,
up.
so press the left stick down and it will toggle through. So sorry, left button and left stick down. It'll toggle through them.
Left button. What's the left button? What are you
The
talking about?
above the trigger on the left trigger
Oh,
button,
okay, yeah.
and
And then
then
the
and then the left stick.
Oh, okay. I button mashed and it
All right,
worked.
so we're at 1340, and if we just run down here, and running happens when you press the right trigger, so the accelerator button. 1340 by, what's that? And then about 1410. So it's about 70 long, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then shorter one, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's about 10 times 70, so it's about 700 meters
Okay.
plus whatever's over here. We've got a
And
couple
then a
more.
baby section.
Yeah, so the section over here is probably another, what are we looking at? 1328, but now 30. So
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. So 200 there and about 700 over there. So we've got about 1,000 meters. Okay?
Okay.
You can run over
Yeah.
here if you want. So
I was
at,
just looking at the middle distance out past all these fields. Is
it,
this the end of the map or is there more fields back there that we
we
could
are in the
buy?
we are in the middle of the map actually.
Oh, okay. So we can buy everything around us
Everything that your heart's desire could be bought. This could be
except
all
for
of
the
ours.
whole money deal.
Yeah.
That would be fine.
Well, actually, this farm right in front of us is Clarkson's farm. So, actually, do you
Okay.
want to go have a look at Clarkson's stuff?
No, thank you. I feel too depressed right now with
Okay.
our monetary situation.
But yeah, all this
So,
farm in front of us is Clarkson's.
all right. So, getting back to the original point. Sorry, I took us on a
Yeah, it's
sidetrack.
fine.
So, how much did you say there is of these vineyards? Then, did you do the math? Because
Yeah. It was about a
I was
thousand
middle
liters.
distancing.
About 1,000 meters, and you get about 4 to 5 liters per meter. So we've got somewhere between 4 and 5,000 liters of grapes to be harvested right there. So if we look at the
Okay.
cost of grapes, if you press the hamburger menu and then
The
choose
lines.
the one that looks like a graph, and we find grapes, which I think is near the bottom. Raisins, where's grapes? I
Oh,
must
it's not near the bottom. It's actually right near the top, below sorghum. Okay. So I see that at the moment it's 1436.
So there's a lot of places to sell it
Hey,
to.
and the farm restaurant is buying at 2933 at the moment.
Yeah, so at best it's 2,100. You can use the show current prices to talk between the graph of the highest and where we are now.
Oh, so I'm looking at prices per thousand litres on grapes, and it looks like the farm restaurant's nearly 3,000, but
Yeah.
going down.
So the
I wonder
graph,
how much they buy. Does it say how much they buy?
no, that's the thing. Sometimes they have a limit.
Yeah, so they might buy just a touch.
The graph doesn't always represent all the shops. It's just I think it's an
Mm,
average of all the shops. So
yep.
the graph is showing us somewhere between 1,400 and 2,100. Say that 2,000, particularly with that nearly 3,000 at the farm restaurant. So
Mm,
let's say it is 3,000. 3,000 times 1,000 meters times 4, it means there's $12,000 worth of grapes here, which is not too
okay.
bad. So if we look at the vehicle menu, it's the left one with the squares, and we're going to go under tractors, which is
Oh,
near the
yeah. I
top.
was in the hamburger menu, oh, the lines menu.
Yep.
All right, so we're in the vehicles menu,
And then we're going
yes.
to choose grape technology.
Okay, I see it.
Now, the game comes with just one default harvester, this one on the left, the $242,000 one. But I do have a
Yeah.
mod install that you have as well that gave us 4 variants of it. And the difference between the base one and this one is this one comes with slightly less horsepower, but it does have the same capacity. So the first one has 3,100 liters, and the one next to it has an option to increase it to 3,600, so a little bit more.
Okay. I was having trouble seeing where it was on the menu, but
Yeah.
it's when you select it, it's in that little list of stats below it, right?
Yeah, and then as you go up, we get a little bit more horsepower, and the main thing that changes between the first two and the second two is the speed that it harvests at. So it goes from running at 3 miles per hour up to 4 miles per hour, or whatever that is in kilometers per hour. And then
Oh, okay. So there's 2 speeds. One's the top speed and one's how fast it harvests.
yeah, and then the capacity goes up as well. So every second one gives you a bigger tank, and then the second set gives you a little bit faster speed. So for us, this $150,000 one is completely okay. We're definitely in the realm where that's going to be fine, and we can afford to offload it. We've got the trailer that it goes into, so that's fine.
So my next question is, so how much do you think, in best case scenario, what can we make from this field? You said it was like
1,000 times 4 liters, so 4,000 times selling it for 3,000. So it's $12,000. So it will take, if you get the $150,000 one, it will take about 12 years to pay it off. Okay. If we lease it, what matters is, can we lease it and make a profit? The leasing is going to cost us $7,650. So
per month or per year?
for this crop season, for doing it today, it will cost us $7,650 to do it. So we would make a profit about $5,000 or $6,000. Now, one of my thoughts is this vines aren't. I would like to own it, lease to own long term, and this is where I'm going to go with this. If we can find another way for us to make money on this farm, we can use that to offset the cost of the long-term vineyard, because we'll put down more grapes, and then that harvester will pay
Sorry,
more
I'm looking
dividends.
down, but I'm distracted by the amount of grass that I'm pretty sure we could sell.
Well, we can do that as well. Maybe we can do both. So what I'm thinking is, you know how there's a caravan park over here?
I do know.
I reckon these guys want to have a great experience when they're in the caravan park.
Uh-oh.
And there's 2 things that you need when you're camping. You need Wi-Fi, so you can watch your YouTubes, and you need to have a barbecue, right? Just enjoy yourself, right?
Okay.
So what I did is I actually found a local supplier of those things, and they've agreed to help us license it on the property. So I'm going to go into the construction menu, and you can do the same thing. You press the left button for the 2 squares, and then right down the bottom is the hamburger menu. Choose that one, and then we're going to choose construction.
The lines.
Yep. And then under productions, under generators.
A minute, I'm on the lines and it says animal dealer is construction, you said?
Construction, yep.
Oh, okay, let's try that.
So
Okay, buildings, yes, I'm in it.
And then we're going to choose production, so it's the top tab. And then at the bottom, we're going to choose generators.
How do I go between tabs?
It's the left and right on the D-pad, or
Okay, of course it is.
or just use the mouse.
So you said it's in production?
Yep, and then generators on the right-hand side on the second row. So there's factories, selling points, greenhouses, orchards, and generators. So I think
gas station, that's cool.
Yeah, so I think we should do both of these things. So if you click on the cellular antenna, you can see that this is going to pay out $480 per month, pounds in this case, for 1,000 pounds. So within 2 months, this is going to pay for itself, and then every single day, we're going to be able to generate $480 pounds every day without doing anything. And this is really what I wanted to do here is I don't want to have to put water into it like you would with a greenhouse. I don't want to have to deliver stuff to it. I want it to be a passive income. So I was thinking of putting down the cellular antenna. I was thinking it needs to be in some free space. So I'm actually going to go put it, I think, on the far side of our property over here. And I don't think you get to see it as I'm placing it. I think as a second player, you only get to see
It's
it.
going to be. So what you're telling me is you're about to surprise me
Yeah.
with an antenna. Is it up the far end from where we're standing
Yeah,
right now?
I'm putting it right down the edge of the property, and we'll put
But
it.
you'll put the gas station up this end. Is that
Yeah,
what
well,
you're saying?
I was gonna get you to do that. So there you go. So the cellular
Oh,
antenna
that's
is at
frightening.
the far end there. Can you see it above
Let me
the
have a look.
shed?
Oh, yep, I see it.
Cool. So do you want to do
Now
the
it
same
looks like
thing
the
over
real
here?
countryside.
So I don't know what the finances are like for the gas containers. So there's two of them. There's a big one and a small one. So the small one is 480 for 2,000. So it's going to pay off in 4 months roughly. And for the $3,000 one, it's $600 a month, and it will pay off in 5 months. But then we'll get a little bit more long term. So do you have a preference about whether you want to spend $2,000 or $3,000 right now? It will take a fair few months to pay off. So I don't know how much money we want to commit to this. The cellular antenna was only 1,000 because that was pretty good.
There's not very much difference between the. I mean, it's 480 versus 600, so it's 120 a month more. So what's that?
I like
Within a year, we've already made our money back on the 3,000, right?
Yeah, so like within 4 months we've got to pay back, and 5 months for payback. So we may as well get more money every day, right?
Yep.
So do you want to put down the $3,000 one?
Oh, it's so tiny, just so you know.
I was thinking about putting it. I would like to put it out on the road, but we don't own the strip of dirt next to the road, so we're going to have to put it inside our property. So maybe put it either to the left or the right of the gate, somewhere where someone could come in, use it, or come across to our house, ask to buy a bottle, and then go out. But we'll control it on our property. I don't want to put it too close to the house because it might explode and stuff, right? So
Yeah, just a small little thing. Right?
did you want to try squeezing it up against that wood fence, or?
I was thinking, yeah, I'm currently fiddling around near that wood fence, and it looks like it charges a little bit for us to get rid of whatever grass is underneath
Yeah,
it.
it's flattening in the ground, but that's all right. If it costs,
It's allowed.
yeah, it's like $9 or $10 or something. Yeah, that looks
There we
great.
are.
And
it was $3,007.
Perfect. So now,
It's kind of cute, and I think that's a good location for it.
so those
I
two,
did try putting it outside the gate, but no, it doesn't really want to, does it?
yeah, so those two combined are going to give us $1,080 per month. So if we can just sit here and do nothing and let time move on, and we'll actually have some money build up. So it's a pretty good little nest egg that if things goes wrong, we can just do nothing and let this guy.
Oh, you mean more wrong than no money and nowhere to harvest our grapes?
Exactly. So
Okay.
do you want to do the?
So I think, all right, my personal thought is, so do we need to harvest the grapes this minute?
No.
How do we do it? If we do, what do we do?
We have to go rent it from the shop, and then we'll drive it over here and go up and down, up and down.
Okay.
So having a quick look at that again, I can't remember what the price of it was. Let's have a quick look.
Which one? The 3,007?
The $150,000 one is going to cost
Oh, you mean for the lease
us.
to own?
It's going to cost us $3,000 to start the rental. That's a flat fee, and then every day $1,500. So that cellular tower and gas thing has nearly covered the daily fee if we do it for a long-term lease, and then we'll have a one-off lease today when we're using it so every hour you use it. So you might use it 15 minutes today and 15 minutes next year. When you finally get to an hour, you'll get a $3,000 fee. So, I'm tempted to lease it, but let's do it next month. Let's let our money build up a bit, and let's go do some wood because
Although having said that, when you look at the thing, the most money we can get is going down. Although the farm shop amount is going up, so I guess swings and roundabouts. Am I right?
Yeah, I think it's a bit that way, but I'm happy either way. Do you want to do some logging or do you want to do some graping?
I think because that wood lying on the ground, I know that this is a video game, but something about the wood lying on the ground says to me it's going to be less valuable if we leave it lying there.
It's kind of wasted effort, so we may as well jump in there. So why don't you jump in the Land Rover and drive over there, and I'll meet you over there. I'll jump into the Landini and find it, and we'll go over there.
Sounds good. All right, see you over there.
All right, let's fly up here.
The only time that the trailer jackknifes in the correct direction.
All right.
Oh, I wonder what these guys have planted.
Yeah, I don't know what that crop is.
Oh, I'm stuck on a gate again.
What is that crop? It is it sunflower? No, what is it? It's cotton. It's a cotton field.
Oh, isn't that expensive to harvest? Much
Yeah, it's
like
really
grapes?
expensive to harvest. So
Well, when that contract comes up, it should be a lucrative one then.
you've done a really good job getting rid of all the small trees. So how about you drive up here, get a bit closer, come up here somewhere. I'll get the small trees onto the top of the Land Rover, and do you want to shove some of the really big trees into the trailer, and we'll make a load.
Yep, I'm still remembering. There we go. Turn the engine off. And then
Yep.
I can jump out.
Cool. Let's get this done.
Oh, I was going to ask you about these stumps. So do I just get out the... oops, accidentally hopped in a car. Do we just get out how do I get rid of the stumps? Do we just get out the...
Officially, if you're just talking about the way the game comes, you need to use a stump grinder.
Okay.
We have the lumberjack mod, and that lets you destroy a stump. I'm probably inclined to go that way. So what you do is you just turn your chainsaw on, and then when you're on a stump, it has this red ring to it, and then you just gnaw away at it with the chainsaw, and it goes away. So I think for this series, I'm not really interested in doing a huge amount of stump work. So we'll probably just use that feature of the lumberjack mod.
Okay.
The lumberjack mod is also how we're getting our super strength. So if you press Alt twice, the ring you can practice this. The ring in the middle of your screen will go bright white.
Oh,
And then
I'm struggling.
you've got to be very careful with super strength turned on. So we're playing without super strength. We're only going to use super strength to fix emergencies like, the vehicle falling over and stuff like that.
My driving, you mean?
I don't think you've had any incident yet, right?
Oh, never.
Nudge,
I would
nudge.
never have an incident.
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
I do think that where I drove up that sign and got trapped with the tractor was pretty epic.
But yeah, AAA came along and fixed that.
That's right.
So, all right, let's get this loaded up.
No, what am I doing here?
Let's get this loaded up, and we'll head off to the shop.
Yeah, I love that the car's rocking so much. Fantastic. But this should get us some good money.
Yeah.
And we should see what contracts there are.
This might be about $2,000, I reckon, maybe even more.
Although I cut some of those big logs quite short, so we shall see.
Slow and steady. So I'll meet you over at the lumber mill unless I do something disastrous.
I feel that.
Slow and steady definitely has been the right choice.
Oh, just kicking at some lumber while I waited for you over here.
And
Wow, I love the rock on that.
yes, that
Did you lose any
ground.
on the way?
That
Did you
ground
make
is
it?
that ground is very, very undulating right there. There's a massive hole in it. All right, I'm guessing 3,100.
Oh, I can't wait to see.
I was gonna say 2,600, and I changed my mind the last second.
That's pretty good.
All right. Now, as I headed off, you were mentioning that maybe you're interested in doing another contract.
Yeah, I was going to check out what contracts we have this month. Oh, so many fertilizing contracts. That one's real lucrative. Field 18, 9,600.
Yeah, we could just borrow the stuff and go off and do it.
Yeah, it's $1,000 to lease the equipment, but still that might be, wait a minute, there's some harvesting for 11,000, but it's potatoes. Isn't that like the slowest thing to harvest in the actual world?
It's not the worst thing.
But it's $11,000. It's hard to go past $11,000 for harvesting, isn't it?
It's going to take, I'm looking at the size of the land. It's probably about half an hour's of work, maybe an hour. So it's probably...
well, I think that 4,000, the excess potatoes, though, has got to be worth a fortune, because aren't potatoes really, really lucrative?
Yeah, they're not bad, actually.
Because I'm looking and thinking, if you do a $4,000 for grain and you have some left over, it's great and all, but potatoes, they're worth so much more. I'm pretty sure it would probably...
The one that I think is going to be the easiest and pay the best is the fertilization. We're going to have to buy the fertilizer, but basically they pay you back for it. Yeah, so field 18.
Can we use... All right, so here's a sneaky idea. Are you ready for it? There is a contract for ploughing for field 30.
Yeah. You can't use borrowed equipment on your own farm.
Oh, are you sure?
That's where you're going with that, weren't you?
I was a little bit
No,
in my mind.
I
wonder if we could just do a little sneaky ploughing of our own.
Or we could just lease a plough.
We could.
Oh, okay. I did not look out when turning left then. So now that I'm back, I'm noticing that this area is really getting quite open and sparse, and I think you're right. I think it's time to get this turned into a field. So we do need a plow to do that. And as we said before, we're just going to use the lumberjack mower to get rid of the stumps. So we do have a tractor that's not, gutless. It is capable of pulling a plow. So it's just a matter of getting a plow. Obviously, there's two ways of doing that, buying it or renting it. So under plows, there's some really cheap ones. You can buy one for $1,000.
What's in the sale area? Because I know sometimes that's a good idea, isn't it?
It's still the same as before. Hasn't changed.
Oh, is it? Can I hope and look?
Yeah, you can have a look, but it's still the same as yesterday. I do have a mod installed, the Lizard Subsoiler. It's just a fantastic mod. It just works really well. If we just get the 6-meter variant rather than the 9, we can lease it for $800. And I think that's a pretty good investment right now.
Per hour or per day?
It'll be for this job. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think we should do that and just start making a field. And so I'm going to press yes on that. So do you want to jump into the Landini and go to the shop and pick that up and come back? And then while you're doing that, I'll get this tree that's over by the gate chopped down and loaded up onto this trailer, and then we can start our field creation down in this corner down here.
I just ran into the same sign I ran into the other day when we had that harvester.
Oh yeah?
Because I attached the plow and I hit that just as I was thinking, don't hit the sign. I hit the sign. It was, and then the same car, the same Ford Focus came out of nowhere. Just leapt out of nowhere, as did the brush at the side of the road. So anyway, right now I'm beached on my fence.
Can you fix it?
On the way back to the farm. Oh my goodness. Oh, all right. I should be all right. I think I'm back on the road now. We're good. Maybe good. How come my viewpoint always goes real close? Whenever I'm in some of these situations, I think I must button mash or something.
And also, if there's a building in the way or something, it will automatically fix it for you.
It zooms in,
yeah.
And then I end up with the viewpoint where I don't even know what's happening. It's funny though. All right, I think I'm nearly there.
This is the most overloaded car you've ever seen in your life, by the way.
Oh, I can't wait to see. Meanwhile, I'm just trying to get through the fence.
All right.
This is when we find out that I've had the plow down like Lightning McQueen in the Cars movies.
Destroying the road.
Tarmac.
Oh, is it going to stay?
So just mind's eye, think about me with this thing driving along.
Cool.
It's pretty funny.
So
look how wide it is. Look how wide it is.
Yeah,
no wonder I hit everything.
I know, right? This corner is nearly cleared up, I think. I think I've got...
Yeah, we've done a pretty good job, I think.
I think I got most of the stumps picked up.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to
And then even as we look over to this side, I'm noticing there's just a few at the back here, really. So I think once we take out like 2 more trees here, look how far back we can go, because there's 2 trees there, and then that would be a field all the way up to here.
Oh, this is disastrous. I'm going to stop trying this. All right, let me deliver this load. Do you want to start ploughing over here?
I will try.
So maybe
happy to try.
Maybe grab your...
How do I get rid of the stumps?
Yeah, so if you just bring up your chainsaw, and
yes.
it goes red.
Okay.
Did that actually disappear?
Oh yeah, it does. That's cool. Mine did. Yours did not. So for once, I can come back and do it.
Yeah.
There we go. Look at that.
So I'll let you do that. I'm going to
All
get
right,
this.
I'll do that while you deliver the load, and then I might start ploughing. We'll see how I go.
All right, let's get this unloaded. Another one a bit thousand. Looks like that one's a little bit too high.
Oh, I nearly killed myself with a falling tree. That would have been unpleasant. You know, sometimes how I cut the tree down, it doesn't fall all the way.
Yeah, gravity gets in the way.
Yeah, well, guess what? I just did it with a giant tree. And so the giant tree is standing there, and I can't lift it because it's so big. But also, it hasn't fallen over. Maybe
Yeah.
I just cut a piece off it.
I'm going to go the option 2 and ram it. Give me a sec.
All right, I'll cut another one down while I'm at it.
Where is it?
Well, now I've got 2 of them.
Which one? This one?
Over the area that I'm in. Both of them are... Oh, I'm in a tree. All right, I accidentally... Oh, my goodness. Workplace accident.
Where's the other one?
Plus.
Where's the other one?
It was inside that other tree. I was cutting it and you ran me with a car. It's here.
So, oh, this one?
Do you see it?
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes...
I took the stump out and everything.
Yeah, I use super strength to fix it. Sometimes it gets a bit glitchy. On multiplayer, sometimes you get stuff like that happening.
So you're blaming the second player. I see how it is.
Yeah.
No, I got rid of the stumps on this side. I think that was all of them. And then I cut these down because I thought that gives us so much of a bigger field. Because now the first trees are really at this level, right?
Yeah, I think we can...
Do you want to take a few more down?
Yeah, how about we really drop a lot?
Well,
Let's finish
I'm
the day.
wondering...
Let's finish this episode by dropping a whole lot of trees, cleaning them up, and then next episode we will rent a pretty big trailer, take it all in one big load, and then we can get ploughing.
Yeah, that sounds like a really good plan. I'm wondering if we want to do it all on one side of the road, or do we want to go both sides of the road?
Let's stay on this right-hand side, I guess.
Yep. And then we can do a big field, and as we go, we can still start cutting down a tree every time we're in the area on the other side.
And then we can have 2 crops. We can have one crop on this side of the road and one crop on the other side of the road.
Yep, that sounds like it'll work really well.
So let's drop some trees and delimb them. Well, that was 30 minutes of really good work. Look, we made a pretty good pile, I think.
It's a fair amount of loads. Hopefully it'll make us a few $1,000s at least.
Yeah, hopefully $10,000, $20,000 worth there. So the next step is to do the ploughing, but I think we'll do that next time. And we'll also hire a trailer. It's a little bit bigger than the one we've got. The one we've got, I just put all of the small ones in it. The ones that where I cut it and it was a little bit over length to carry. But that will be next time. Thanks, Mr. Stoner, as always, for all the help.
Of course.
And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And we'll see you next time, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.